They strike without warning, growing to the size of a multi-story building and obliterating everything in their path, claiming thousands of lives. But these aren't monsters from a movie. They're just seawater gathered into a massive tsunami. If you think you'll never face one, don't be so sure. How can you recognize an oncoming threat? And how does the ocean unleash such devastating waves? The most dangerous thing about a tsunami is how sudden it is. In Japanese, the word tsunami means harbor wave, and it's said to have been coined by fishermen who, returning to port, found their home destroyed by a wave they never saw. In the open ocean, a tsunami might only be about a meter high or 3.3 feet, but it can stretch in length to an astonishing 100 to 200 kilometers, which is about 60 to 120 miles between wave crests, around 1,000 times longer than a typical wave. These waves travel as fast as a jet, but only grow to their terrifying size as they approach the shore. So what causes this sudden fury? Unlike regular waves, which are created by wind, tsunamis are triggered by a powerful, short impulse under the water. This large, sharp shift in the ocean is often caused by events like earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, landslides, explosions, rock collapses, glaciers, or even asteroids crashing into the sea. But in 88% of cases, it's seismic activity that's to blame. Tsunamis are different from regular waves because their energy moves through the water, not just along the surface. For 95% of their journey, they're invisible, only surfacing near the coast. Let's dive deep into the heart of these events. Picture this. The Earth's lithospheric plates shift during a powerful, almost 8-magnitude earthquake, and a tsunami is inevitable. The seafloor rises in one area and falls in another, setting the ocean into vertical oscillation and unleashing waves. If there's a ship right above the epicenter, it's safe. The waves there might be just half a meter high or 1.6 feet, but beneath the surface, the entire ocean is churning. Now, imagine this massive wave racing towards the coast at speeds between 400 to 880 kilometers per hour, or about 250 to 550 miles per hour, and in some extreme cases, up to 1,000 kilometers per hour, which is 620 miles per hour. What does this look like from the shore? If you're expecting a massive killer wave, like in the movies, you might be caught off guard. You could be standing on the shore, mesmerized by the strange behavior of the water. Before a tsunami, the ocean often recedes, exposing the seabed due to land settling after the earthquake. Tragically, many people have been lured into danger, collecting shells and sea creatures, unaware of the looming disaster. As the tsunami nears the coast, the front of the wave slows to around 50 kilometers per hour or 31 miles per hour, but the water mass behind it rises higher. The deeper the ocean and the more the water pulls back, the more monstrous the tsunami becomes. But now that you know the signs, you could help save lives, like British schoolgirl Tilly Smith did in 2004 at the Indian Ocean. Having recently learned in her geography class that a receding ocean signals a tsunami, she convinced her parents and other beachgoers to flee, saving about 100 people. It's critical to act fast. Even though the wave slows down near the coast, it's still moving at tens of kilometers per hour. Once an alarm is raised, or if you see the tsunami on the horizon, you have about 20 minutes at best. Use that time to get at least 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles inland or climb onto a sturdy roof or tree. Avoid cars as traffic could trap you. If you end up in the water, discard heavy shoes and clothing that could weigh you down. And don't rush back to the shore once the wave passes. Often, the first wave isn't the largest, and several more may follow over the next 2 or 3 hours. In 1952, in the Soviet city of Severokurilsk, survivors of the first wave were swept away by a second wave 15 to 18 meters tall, or 49 to 59 feet, which hit half an hour later. Remember, the water doesn't always recede before a tsunami, so don't rely solely on that sign. The most reliable warnings come from tsunami warning centers, which detect seismic activity faster than the waves themselves. Sometimes, these centers can provide hours of notice if the earthquake's source is far enough from shore. And not all underwater quakes cause tsunamis. Rising water levels in certain areas of the sea offer the most accurate clues. But tsunamis don't just come from earthquakes. The largest tsunami on record occurred in Alaska when 90 million tons of rock and ice plunged into the sea, launching a 524-meter high or 1,720-foot wave. It ripped out trees and even tossed a ship 10 kilometers or 6.2 miles across a bay. Similarly, in the 19th century, the eruption of Krakatoa caused a tsunami that claimed tens of thousands of lives and destroyed ships by the thousands, though volcanic activity is responsible for only about 5% of tsunamis. And it's not just nature that can cause these waves. Human actions like underwater atomic bomb tests have created tsunamis, though thankfully, none of these have caused serious damage. In one test, an explosion triggered a wave 29 meters high, which dissipated after traveling 300 meters. The rarest tsunami triggers are asteroids. A kilometer-wide asteroid could generate waves as high as 1.5 kilometers, like the Chicxulub asteroid that may have caused the extinction of the dinosaurs. That impact not only sent shock waves across the Earth's oceans, but also darkened the sky with dust. The deadliest tsunami in modern history occurred in 2004 near Sumatra, affecting 14 countries and taking over 200,000 lives. The energy from that earthquake was equivalent to 20,000 atomic bombs, like the one dropped on Hiroshima. If you're planning a coastal vacation and feeling uneasy, don't worry too much. The greatest risk for tsunamis lies in the Pacific Ocean's Ring of Fire. And even in high-risk zones, major tsunamis only occur a few times a year, with record-setting waves happening about once a decade. Have you ever witnessed a tsunami or another natural disaster? Share your story in the comments. If you liked this video, give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and click the bell to stay updated with our latest content. And don't forget to share this video with your friends.